Hey guys, this is Jessica from Amsterdam, and today or this week I will not be at the hum because I love to work with Sylvia virtually and also with you guys. So today I would love to talk about the role of a mastermind in your startup career as an entrepreneur, or maybe you're already an entrepreneur. And I wonder, do you already know what a mastermind is and do you join one? If not, then then it's very good news that I'm making this video for you because masterminds can really change your business life around. Of course, being an entrepreneur, you're kind of alienated from the traditional ways of work. You do not have any colleagues. You don't really have peers in the field because you don't see them regularly. You really have to meet and make it all work during lunch. But then you do not really want to talk about work all the time. And can you ask something or not? So masterminds is what it actually entails is that it's a group of independent individuals that are all having their own business, and that business can be being as we call in Dutch, an eenpitter. You're the only person in the business, or you're starting to increase your business and you even get some staff in. That's not important, but you're at least the co-founder or the founder who is in that mastermind group. So you have all the decision power to change things around. Otherwise, it's going to be complicated. So, so that's a mastermind. What do masterminds do? They often meet up in a consistent way. For example, once in a month. Could be online, could be via Skype calls, but it could also be in real life. I always like to balance those things. And you meet, for example, a couple of hours, and then you will start an intervention. And I will explain you a little bit more about that. And we made a beautiful guideline for you, which is called a mastermind. I think it's a mastermind process tool for you to get things done. So if you just follow up with that framework and of course make it your own, integrate it into your own work style. But this is a beautiful framework that gives you a lot of grip to pull this, to make this mastermind work and even achieve higher goals that you cannot even dream about from right now, because it's not possible for Sylvia nor me or one business coach. You might pay a lot of money to overcome all your problems and to provide you all the networks in the from the world. No, you can only do that with your people around you, or not only, also most probably with the people around you. So why you should join a mastermind, just to emphasize a little bit more why you should do that. Well, you will be part of an exclusive community where in which you all need each other in the same way. So there's a nice balance here. Of course, this community is exclusive because it's the mastermind of entrepreneurship. Um, but if you would love to continue with this mastermind after this course, or you might start up another one, it's always exclusive and it's not for everyone to join. You have to be on the same level. There might be some rules. Every mastermind is different. In our previous mastermind that I joined, we wanted to have everyone that already was running a business and having a revenue stream. Because if you have startups that do not have a revenue stream, you get a really weird dynamics, and everyone wants to get something out of the mastermind and not only coach others. So, exclusive community. Another reason is once you've involved a mastermind, that the feeling of being alone while running a business is gone. The other members of the group turn into business advisors of some sort, and vice versa. So that's really important. You can feel quite lonesome if you, especially when you're very innovative and you work with something that's pretty new. You need people around you to give you new perspectives, to give you encouragement, to laugh about your failures, or to see that you're not alone in this. I think that's the biggest Yeah, the biggest present, that you feel less alienated, as they say. Well, third reason for you to join is that it's a collaboration in the name, is the name of the game. You may find someone in the group that is a perfect fit to work on a project with you, or you may be the perfect person to help another member as well. And it doesn't mean, in the case of entrepreneurship, that you're both responsible for the same outcome for the other person's business, because you're all getting individual grades and you all have your individual business. However, of course, you can still perfectly help one and the other if your business purposes are very near to one and the other. And it doesn't have to be the whole mastermind group. It could be that one or two could become your buddies, as they say, so you can work more intensively with them. An example, during my mastermind, were two guys that were into videography and they wanted to do online stuff, and now they both video each other's work. Um, and yeah, they help each other with getting their online business running. So that helps mentally very fine. Other reason is extend your network. Joining a mastermind expands your network exponentially and rapidly. If you're in a business, you know how important your network is. Without a network, no business. So if you're introvert, if you find it difficult to socialize, yeah, maybe the person you can help has a great network and can introduce you a little bit in this world of business that you are curious about. And after that, you will, of course, you will get more skilled in that whole networking process. Another reason is new learnings. Everyone in the mastermind is unique in a skill, experience, and connections. By interacting and sharing your challenges, it's almost certain that someone in your mastermind will have a solution for you, and you may also able to offer a solution, connection, or tactic to help another person. So again, it's unlocking each other's potential. Make sure that the other people get to a higher level, and do that all together in a trustworthy way. And another reason is cross promotion. So you can imagine when you build your mailing list, for example, for your product, it's really nice that you can exchange each other's products. For example, I have a mailing list of 2,000 people now. It's not huge yet, but if there's another trainer in a different field of work, I can most certainly also introduce him or her to my potential customers, my leads. Um, yeah, you can do really extraordinary things with that. You do not even need a mailing list. You can have a mailing list out of the blue if you know how to pull that off with the right people, with the right company that finds your product or service interesting. So, anyhow, in the mastermind, this can also happen. I remember that one person started up his new Facebook page, and the whole mastermind group liked his Facebook page and also the people around them. So before we knew, he had like 500 people in his Facebook group, all liking his videos, etc. This is how it works, you know. You need to have a critical mass, some noise around your product first before it really takes off. And then the final one, think bigger. Being in a mastermind will truly give you a mastermind. You are able to, yeah, as we call in my in the agile attitude module, we will talk about growth mindset, and the mastermind will continuously provide you that to think bigger, to think amongst your own limiting beliefs, internal blocks, boundaries, which can be fears, judgment, skepticism, and also to move beyond organizational boundaries, barriers, political barriers, to really think in options and what is possible instead of what's not. So, my personal experience with masterminds are, well, quite positive. At the moment, I'm still eager to join one, and might be one that is online since I'm traveling quite a bit. And my personal experience is that, yeah, it did give me a lot of energy. A downfall for me was that I will start coaching the group again. So that's why I would love for you to overcome that mistake I made, that the balance is gone. You really need to know and understand that everyone needs to give and take in a balanced way. And even if people love to help other people, like me, I love to unlock potential of others, in the end, there will be something that eats you inside, because you need also your business to grow before you can help others. It's like the metaphor of being in a plane, getting oxygen first before you help others that are, that you have to help in case of emergency. So this is exactly the same. Make sure, I'm not saying being egocentric, make $1 million business and then think about others. I don't even think it will work because you need to involve people. But make sure you're in a good space. You have some abundance, as they say. For you, it's not taking too much time to provide the other with some insights or skills or help him or her with his or her project. So what makes a successful mastermind? Well, there are many things I could mention, but I will just keep it with key answers. The first of all is energy. If you lack energy, and it sounds super basic and obvious, but believe me, in my previous mastermind, there were a lot of people super tired, almost burned out, I would say. One guy is actually burned out at the moment. So make sure you you went to the gym, or you have enough food with you, you eat healthy, all those things. And also during class, maybe even when you have those masterminds, during the sessions with Sylvia, but I think you need more time, so you will have them after class. Make sure you have enough energy, because people will sense it, and it's not only bugging yourself, but you also bug the rest of the group, because it's difficult when people are in a challenging phase. They have to fight for the business, and you're lacking energy, and you take the whole thing down. Energy, very important. If you feel lacking energy, turn on the music, do some exercises. We also do, or you might probably also do during those sessions with Sylvia. We will send you some videos so you can pull it off yourself. So all those exercises are not just crazy, what are we doing exercises, but they actually make sense. In huge multinational companies, very successful companies like Pixar, Google, they all provide these exercises. So it's not for nothing. Second thing, besides energy, openness. People need to dare to be open, to be themselves, to talk about their mistakes, to talk about their successes, celebrate them, by the way. But be open, and you don't have to be a different person. And everything that will be discussed in a mastermind will stay within the mastermind, right? It's not that you're gonna talk negatively or gossip about each other. Because if you let down your guards, then everyone will, and the mastermind will really be of great quality because of that. Next to openness, eagerness to help and share, to unlock the potential and share your knowledge, networks, and skills, and not only obtain them. Don't think in scarcity, think in that, you also get enough out of it. And there's a mastermind tool for it, like I just mentioned, that will make sure that everything is in balance. Diversity. Do not only have people in the group that all work in the field of training, or all work in the field of, I don't know, big data, or I don't know, robotism, whatever you call it. Make sure there's a nice diversity mixture. So we will help you with that too, to pull that off. Another point is independency. So you work on your own business, however you can receive help, which is fine, but you're independent, you're neutral, you make sure that you have your own responsibility of pulling this business off the ground to get a good grade in terms of the International Entrepreneurship minor. So no blame game. Dare to say no, dare to say yes, and be very clear on that. And then, very important to make a mastermind successful is accountability. You need a set of rules to make it work. And through the mastermind tools, we already tried to introduce those. But really, for example, when you set a challenge, when you say you will do something, make sure people can keep you accountable by writing down a date, a time, and be very honest about the process. And if you don't make it, because of some reason, maybe you miscalculated in terms of time, or you were ill or something, then make sure you have to pay something in terms of a treat, coffee. And we were actually also paying each other money, because believe me, if you have to do a certain task and you say, okay, I pay 400 euros if I don't, you think twice before you will not work on it, or you will work on it. So in as human beings, we're not lazy, but we find it hard to do new things, and most probably everything you will be doing in this international entrepreneurship minor is quite new to you. So it's super easy for not doing things, right? Because they're new and you have to call, and your mind will think of reasons why you cannot call. I'm still in there sometimes, like, yeah, I might disturb them, or oh, it's already late, so let's go to bed. Or no, I really have to go to the gym. Make sure that somebody's there to keep you accountable, and for you, your whole group will keep you accountable. And there's some rule when your actions are not there where your mouth is. There's some consequence. And in terms of ethics, don't make it too hardcore, because you're also students. But yeah, make something positive, nice, but also something it hurts a little bit, right? Buying everyone or taking everyone for dinner hurts in your wallet, and it's nice for the group process. So maybe you can think amongst these lines. And then next to accountability, consistency. When will you host these mastermind sessions? Now you have weekly sessions with Sylvia, but I think after every mastermind, or after every session, you should have a mastermind session, or maybe on another date or via Skype. But make sure you're consistent. For example, do it every Tuesday after Sylvia session, or in the evening. Make it a standard thing, and make sure that people block the agenda, and no excuses. This is serious business. This is like a meeting. You will show up, and make sure you're there, and don't switch times all the time, but or maybe do it once in the 2 weeks. That's also fine, but make it consistent. And then make sure there's a host leading the session. So you might be with 4 or 5 people in one mastermind, and you have this process tool. So this host will question you all the questions that are there in column A. So how do you feel? What is your current status? Where do you want to go next? What will you do more? What will you do? What will you stop doing? What are your learning milestones? What do you need for a certain date? Knowledge, expertise, human resources, maybe even money. What can you outsource? Very important. It's kind of the same. It's not the same question as what will you stop doing. Stop doing is things that you tried and do not work. And what can you outsource? You can go to Fiverr or to Upwork. There's all online platforms that have brilliant people there that can do something for you, like design a logo for 10 euros. Please stop designing the logo, even though you love to do it. If it's not your core business, stop doing it. If it's not making your business grow, stop doing it. I was in the same space. I'm still a little bit, I am in that space. I love to do a lot. I love to film. I love to write. But it's just so little things, so many things you can do in one time. So once you make your product successful, you get a revenue stream and you can upscale it, then you can think of a new competence that you would love to embrace. But don't multitask. It's impossible. Stick with one thing. In my case, it's making content, design, spreading the word, thinking of strategies. But I shouldn't execute everything. And that's why I'm really happy with, video. So I can also help you there. But I'm not teaching you every week, because I simply do not have the time for that. So, and the other question is, what is your next step? Before when and which date and time will you have accomplished that? And of course, upload the weekly challenge. So all those questions are there in A, and it's up to the host of your, kind of the mastermind coach, host of that session, that will question all these questions to the other people, to the people B, C, D, for example. And then the person D will question those questions to person A again. So make sure you also keep track of time. So if you have a group of 4, that everyone has 20 minutes, or you check what works for you, but make it a cooker pressure. And also make sure that people prepare a little bit for their mastermind, so they don't have to a lot and think. They know what the current status is, they know where they want to go at, they know what they want to do more, etc., etc. And they and if they need help at the end, ask about what you need. So that's the question about line 8. What are your learning milestones? What do you need? So people can tap in with their networks, etc. So they can answer on that question. So also use your common sense. I'm not gonna blueprint everything and every step I did you should take, but I think these are the basics and will help you a lot. And make sure, there's some time management there, so people keep focused, they keep in the moment, they remain to be in the moment, and you don't get this everlasting session where people get headaches and feel tired, etc. So that was it for the mastermind. I hope it's very clear for you. I hope you can experiment with this after the session, maybe on Tuesday, and you take it seriously. If you have any questions in terms of how the mastermind works or how you can improve it, or you have better ideas, let me know. You can send it to me via email, but also via the Facebook group, so people can learn from it. I think I will also post this video in the Facebook group, so you're more eager maybe to check it out, but it will also be sent by Sylvia. So I wish you all the luck, and get ready to make awesomeness. Very good. Great.